congratulations. Feng Shaofeng and Jingtian are officially announced. Zhao Liying likes and sends blessings. Netizens, so sweet. Feng Shaofeng and Jingtian announced that they would co-star in scorching romance and had an interesting interaction on social media, which aroused a lot of attention and speculation. Although some netizens have expressed doubts about this drama, the reputation of the drama has been surprisingly good since its launch, causing people to re-evaluate Feng Shaofeng's acting skills. Some netizens have questioned Feng Shaofeng's acting skills, especially since he is 45 years old and plays the role of a handsome man in ancient costume. Others have doubts about whether Jingtian is suitable for this role. The officially released stills were jokingly called father-daughter photos and lacked a sense of CP. However, shortly after Scorching Romance was aired, its reputation was extremely good, and the audience praised the emotional performance in the play. Even the controversial Feng Shaofeng received more recognition for this drama. The audience praised his acting skills and believed that his sense of vicissitudes of experience brought by his age added a lot to the role. However, some viewers criticized it, saying that the combined age of the male and female protagonists is close to 100 years old, and that the plot is dry and lacks emotional texture. Feng Shaofeng's experience in the entertainment industry has been quite tortuous. He entered the entertainment industry in 1998, but for more than 10 years he was just a walk-on. It wasn't until 2010 that when director Yu Zhang was considering a costume time travel drama, he invited Feng Shaofeng because the leading actor was unavailable. The show, The Heart of the Palace, became his breakthrough and made him and Yang Mi famous. He thus won the title of the most popular and valuable actor. Although he was recognized for his acting skills in the show, he was also in the spotlight for his scandals. He has been rumored to have affairs with many actresses, including Yang Mi. Although there were rumors that he liked Yang Mi already had his own love life, so it did not become a reality. Since then, Feng Shaofeng has been rumored to have affairs with other actresses, but they did not attract much attention. Until he officially announced his relationship with Mu girl Nini, their relationship attracted widespread attention. Despite the large age difference, their romance has been highly publicized. When they appeared together, their love was beyond words. Feng Shaofeng's acting skills have always been controversial, but his performance in some works has been recognized. His love life has also attracted much attention, but he has always kept a low profile when it comes to scandals and relationship issues. He has had his share of ups and downs throughout his acting career, but remains one of the most high-profile actors. Feng Shaofeng and Nini were once a high-profile couple, and their relationship was once enviable. In an interview, a host asked if he had any plans to get married, but Feng Shaofeng responded that Nini was still young and avoided the topic of marriage. The host expressed concern that Nini would be delayed, but Nini expressed that she was not afraid of being delayed, which showed that the two were in a good relationship at the time. The pair openly praise each other, demonstrating a loving relationship that grows together and encourages each other. However, the relationship eventually ended in a breakup. There are many speculations about the reasons for the breakup, including family factors, age gap, family background, etc. Feng Shaofeng's subsequent relationship with Zhao Liying attracted much attention. The two were rumored to be having an affair while they were co-producing Journey to the West, but they later announced their relationship and held their wedding 6 months later. This marriage triggered heated discussion and attention. Zhao Liying gave birth to a son quickly after the marriage, forming a happy family. Unfortunately, however, their marriage ended in divorce, the cause of which sparked widespread speculation. There are rumors that it is because the two parties spend less time together and more time apart, but this explanation is not universally recognized. After the divorce, Zhao Liying showed an independent and career-oriented attitude, while Feng Shaofeng fell into a career slump and depression. Whether it is Feng Shaofeng's breakup with Nini or his marriage and divorce with Zhao Liying, there are various complex reasons and emotional factors behind them. Everyone's love life is unique, and respecting their choices and decisions is the most important thing. This experience also reflects that in the entertainment industry and in life, people often need to face various pressures and challenges, and this is also part of their growth and development. 02. Yuan Bingyan evaded taxes twice. 6 upcoming dramas are affected, including Zhao Liying and Zhong Hanliang. Yuan Bingyan received an official warning on September 16 for tax evasion. After review, Yuan Bingyan was recovered 2.9738 million yuan in tax evasion income and was fined. The company was also ordered to recover 1.32 million yuan and pay a fine. As soon as the announcement came out, Yuan Bingyan's career as an artist came to an end. According to the announcement, the Tax Bureau initially discovered that Yuan Bingyan was in danger of being involved in tax matters, and reminded, urged, interviewed and warned her. However, although the tax authorities gave her a chance to pay taxes, Yuan Bingyan did not completely change her ways and still held on to a glimmer of hope in trying to evade taxes. She knew that she was suspected of tax evasion, but in order to prevent herself from paying more personal income tax, she still insisted that she would not regret it. Therefore, what she did was extremely bad. In addition, this is not the first time Yuan Bingyan has been accused of tax evasion. She had an experience of tax evasion in 2019. This matter was reported once a year ago, but this time, he was reported again. What is even more surprising is that she used the same trick many times, first registering the company, then evading taxes, and then withdrawing capital. Yuan Bingyan is the only celebrity who has violated tax evasion rules twice so far, and it seems that she has not yet awakened from the punishment. It is incomprehensible that she refuses to pay taxes when she clearly can. Therefore, her two attempts to evade taxes were all her true intentions. According to data, Yuan Bingyan's old 9 Gates 2, Missing Moon, Meet You Again at the Falling Flower Season, Thunder Order, Love in the City, Young Shield, and 6 more movies that have not been released yet. Full stop. These include Liu Zuai, Chong Hanliang, William Chan, Zhang Yixing, Zhao Liying, Su Kai and many other well-known stars. Yuan Bingyan prevented so many good programs from being broadcast, causing investors to suffer huge losses. According to disclosed information, the investment amount of some projects has exceeded 10 million yuan. And several male celebrities who were affected also suffered a lot. It took them a long time to shoot this movie, and even the later dubbing was done, but in the end it was spoiled by Yuan Bingyan. Maybe they spent a year or two doing it, but it was all in vain. Now, all news related to Yuan Bingyan has been withdrawn by online media. The company quickly terminated Yuan Bingyan's contract and removed her role in the drama. However, judging from the past situation, the dramas she starred in are unlikely to be cancelled, so fans will not worry about Li being cancelled, and this will not have any impact on Chang Yi. Regarding Yuan Bingyan's first tax evasion, the company responded, saying that it was due to the company's failure to pay taxes in time, and tried to distance Yuan Bingyan from the tax evasion case. However, the company that was finally confirmed to be wholly owned by Yuan Bingyan did not have any financial problems. In addition, none of the employees of Yuan Bingyan's company had insurance, so they tried every means to avoid paying taxes. If Yuan Bingyan had corrected her mistakes after escaping for the first time and filed her taxes on time, she might still have hope of staying in this industry. Because her company was exposed at that time, but now, she has been beaten to pieces and is completely unrepentant. Yuan Bingyan will face a large amount of compensation, which will bring great losses to her career. At the same time, Song Zuer once again attracted people's attention due to Yuan Bingyan's incident, and she was also facing tremendous pressure. It is still unclear whether Song Zuer can prove that she did not evade taxes. Let us wait and see the final result. Yuan Bingyan was severely criticized. Fans were slapped in the face. Why did they still evade taxes after earning so much? Recent reports on Yuan Bingyan's tax evasion have attracted widespread attention, and the tax involved was as high as 2.97 million yuan. Yuan Bingyan is a very famous female star, but her behavior has a great negative impact on her acting career. If Yuan Bingyan can pay all the tax arrears, the IRS may give her a lighter sentence and investigate her. She always insisted on her own opinion and did not realize the seriousness of the matter, so much so that the central media could not bear it and publicly accused her. Explanations are useless, and making excuses is useless. Don't go and speak for her just because you have a good impression of her. That is aiding others and should not be recognized. In the face of the irrefutable reality, any excuse seems absurd and any explanation seems feeble. Only by daring to face the facts, face the facts, face the facts, face the facts, this is the consciousness that a social person should have. Although it is too late to remedy these mistakes, we still need to do some work to remedy these mistakes. Although Yuan Bingyan may not be involved in the entertainment industry in the future, she still has to try to reduce this negative impact, otherwise it will be difficult for others to trust her no matter where she goes. Yuan Bingyan is now involved in more and more scandals. What is certain is that her status in the entertainment industry cannot be restored. She is considered an actress with a bad record. In 2021, it was exposed that Yuan Bingyan was recovered 2.97 million. The reason is that Yuan Bingyan and her mother's company had tax problems. Relevant parties conducted a review of Yuan Bingyan and her company and found out that she was suspected of tax evasion. The consequence is that in 2023, she must return the levied RMB 2.97 million in fines. We need to study this matter carefully and find out its root cause. As a star, the first thing Yuan Bingyan has to do is to shape her image well. However, when dealing with tax issues, she not only failed to perform her duties, but also deliberately avoided taxes. This was an act that violated professional ethics and social responsibilities. One of the main factors is insufficient supervision by relevant parties. Regarding the tax issues of star enterprises, relevant departments should strengthen supervision, discover and correct violations of regulations. Regarding the case in which Yuan Bingyan was recovered 2.97 million yuan, we should seriously think about it and draw inspiration from this case. Celebrities are citizens and have the right to act in accordance with the law and pay taxes in accordance with the law. At the same time, enterprises themselves must also strengthen their own financial controls to ensure that their tax payments are carried out in accordance with the law. Secondly, it is necessary to strengthen the supervision of relevant parties and strengthen the tax management of the entertainment industry. In addition, theory and practice require in-depth exploration of how to build a more scientific and rational tax collection system to improve the efficiency and legality of tax collection. Overall, Yuan Bingyan received 2.97 million yuan, which reminds us, no matter celebrities or ordinary people, they should consciously abide by the law and pay taxes according to the law. On this basis, it is necessary to increase supervision of tax authorities to ensure the normal operation of tax authorities and promote social fairness and justice. Under the joint action of the rule of law and ethics, it is necessary to build a more just and harmonious society. Most artists want to be as frugal as Yuan Bingyan. They think it is not difficult to make money, but the pressure to pay taxes is very high, far more than other professions. When they have money, they will feel that it is their hard-earned money, so they will not give it away easily. Is there any way to lower the fees I need to pay?